Hi everyone, welcome to Samantha Clift Pilates. I'm Sam, and today I'm going to be just showing you a sequence that will help you stretch your calves and hamstrings if that's particularly tight for you. Also really great for your lower back, and it's just a good sequence to add into any routine. It's a good stretch in the morning or at the end of the day when everything's kind of compacted. So let's get started. We're going to begin by lying on our backs and just making sure that you're watching your back, your neutral spine, so just taking into account your natural curve of your lower back. Am I recording? Yep. Shoulders down away from your ears, hands down by your side. We're going to bring the knees in. We've still got a little bit of a gap between our lower back and the mat. Hands on by our side, and we're going to take both legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to flex the toes, so you're going to feel that stretch all the way down through the calves and hamstrings. We're going to bend the knees, and then we're going to do it again, so lifting, flexing the toes and coming down, lifting, flexing the toes. Brilliant. So you do find if these calves and hamstrings are tight, it has such a knock-on effect to a lot of other things, you know, lower backs. If you're sitting at a desk a lot, if you're driving, you're really going to feel that working through the quads as well. Flexing the toes just increases that stretch down through the calves and hamstrings. Lifting, so you're going to be working your lower abs, which is a bonus. Just watching that you're not gripping onto the mat and putting any tension through the shoulders. And lifting. Brilliant, lowering. Really feel that heat through the legs as well, flexing the toes. Just going to do two more. Last one. Brilliant. And now we're going to roll onto our side and sit up. So we're aiming to target these certain muscles. If you find it difficult to sit up tall, you can sit on a cushion or a block if you've got one, just to make it a little bit more comfortable. A lot of people find if they've got tension through your lower back, it's going to be difficult to sit up straight, but it might be just that you're not used to sitting in this position, and it will get easier as time goes on, so don't worry about that. So sitting up tall as much as you can, flexing the toes up towards the head, and then extending the toes, flexing, extending, flexing, extending. Really trying to get that stretch all the way through the muscles, flexing, extending. We've warmed up the quads, we've warmed up the calves and hamstrings. The heart rate's going, so that's good. Okay, incorporating the spine stretch, so sitting up tall and leaning forward. We're going to keep the legs straight, not locking the knees, but keeping them straight, flexing the toes. And we're just going to lean, so making sure that you're lifting up and leaning, not aiming to touch the toes, but stretching a little bit beyond. Now jerking, we're just going to hold, head down if you want to, stretch all the way up through your spine. Just holding, and then coming back. I'm finding that I'm really stiffening up. I'm going to have to up my game, you know, with this isolation. You're not able to go out and exercise very much, once a day, and it's quite easy just to get a bit kind of stuck in a rut and out of an exercise routine because you can't do your usual thing of, you know, going out for a run if you've got the kids at home or going to the gym. So I'm definitely feeling it, so I'm going to have to get into a bit of a routine. This is going to be, you know, our new normal, so just getting into a bit more of a routine. So even if you're just stretching a little bit further forward, I'm going to do one more. It's just going to lengthen those muscles. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to take the one foot up to the calf, knee or thigh, dropping that knee down towards the side, and then we're going to lift and again stretch. This time we're really targeting, so you can hold on to the toe if you want to. If you want to hold on to the heel of your foot and stretch, so holding on to the toes, Again, not locking the knee, but we're aiming for nice straight legs. Not pulling the big toe, it tends to twist the foot, so if anything, just trying to turn towards your foot and have a nice even stretch down through that area. Again, you can put your head down if you want to. So again, holding in that position, just going to release, let's give that leg a little bit of a stretch. And again, this is a really good tangible way of seeing how far we've come. So we can do this again week by week and just see actually how much further forward we are going. Lovely. To the other side. Flexing the toe. Again, you're twisting your body towards that leg, leaning forward if you want to hold on to the foot, the heel. Gosh, my legs are stiff. Note to self. So again, holding. We don't want to lock the knee, but we want it straight. So even if you're holding here, even if you can't get to the foot and you're holding onto your knee or your calf, good stretch for the back as well, just working those meaty bits backwards and stretching over the leg. You might find that one side is slightly easier to do than the other. I'm not sure I do. They feel pretty stiff on both sides, so brilliant. Okay, I'm going to take the knees back and we're going to come back into downward dog. So we're aiming to get the heels towards the mat. Don't worry if they're not touching. If they're up here, that's fine. But starting by pedaling the legs, pedaling the feet, lifting that bottom really high. And if you want to bend the knees, stretch through the shoulders, really good thing to do. You can nod the head. You might find that your feet or your heels are closer to the mat now you've done those few stretches, and again that's quite a good way of testing that stretch. So I can touch the floor without too much bother now. So the more I do those, just watching that you're not overdoing it, because the muscles can go into stress response and end up tensing up a little bit more. So just turning your hips to the side, keeping your feet straight. You can feel the stretch down through the outer calf. Just rocking those hips side to side. And then getting those heels down if you can, keeping the legs going. Doing really well. Again, bending the knees and stretching through the chest. Stretching through the shoulders. Brilliant. Okay, knees down, just into child's pose. Bottom down onto your heels. Forehead down to the mat. Keeping those arms active. And widening the knees and coming down a little bit more. Either active arms or resting those forearms down, forehead down to the mat. Brilliant. Okay, so if you did that sequence of exercises, you know, maybe every day for 5 minutes, every other day, incorporated it into your exercise routine, then you will find in no time that your muscles will start to really lengthen and you'll be able to get a little bit further down. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe and press that bell icon so that you're notified of future videos. And I really look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.